Hello and welcome, travel advisors. We are so excited to have Bryan back for Viator Week, and this training is going to be awesome. So stay tuned. And also, if you have any questions, we will have Q&A at the end. So go ahead and type those in chat at any time. We'll save them and we'll get them answered, just to help you guys be more successful with Viator. So Bryan, let's get started.
Thank you so much. Well, happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy early Turkey Day for some. Some of you, maybe like me, it will be Thanksgiving today, but I know everyone is around all the world, so people are getting ready for a different holiday or a different time of the year, but still working for what we have right now is selling travel and having Black Friday and Summer Monday, working with your clients, and we have a promo code for you for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this webinar today. It's a wave of opportunity where you can maximize earning passive income, but I'm going to talk a little bit about all the platform just for some people. So again, I'm going to talk about the experience market and also shore excursions, about Viator just overall. So you guys, for some of you who are new or some of you who haven't really used Viator yet, so you guys can get a grasp of the platform. Following, my main focus today is about the tools that help empower your clients to book on their own, where you get that passive income, that money while you sleep. And I've been talking about this for years and years, and I know Archer travel agents love this tool. You guys use it successfully, and I'm going to help some people who haven't used it learn more how to use it, or people who use it other ways you can expand on top of that. Then I'm going to talk about some top travel destinations on the first half of 2026 that Viator shows that's on the books. And then I'm going to have a promo code reminder. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I do see people booking without it. And no, again, we do not remove your commission when you use our promo codes. You still earn the full amount. Talk about it later. But just and foremost, just on top of it for everyone, if you are not registered to Viator's travel agent program, on the right hand of the screen, there will be a QR code that helps you sign up and register to the platform under Archer Travel Group, where you earn 10% commission as soon as you get live, as soon as you get started to book. I will have this QR code on the screen here. If you're watching it later, definitely have that. No, there's going to be definitely points in this slide today. We'll be friendly to definitely have your phone out for some photos, especially when I get to the top destinations, because I won't be able to cover all the items on that slide. But I'm just going to talk about quick registration. That's going to ask for your name, your number, and your email, and then you're all set up earning 10% under Archer Travel Group. And now I'm going to move on to the next one. So let's get started. What are experiences? They are tours, ticket, passes, classes, shore excursions, day trips, sightseeing tour, outdoor adventure activities, sporting events. Simply put, experiences make the trip, and it's reason why people are traveling. And the best thing is, you as a travel agent, you're going to be the person that's going to be building in this amazing trip, this amazing dream that people are talking about time and time again. Jose has mentioned about it. I've mentioned about it. These are the wonder, the dream, the reason why they're traveling. And you, as a travel agent, are building that dream. And they're going to truly appreciate that you're inspiring them to do experiences and inspired to do more and get more out of their travel. Just a little bit about the experience industry. Know that the experience industry is actually one of the fastest growing segments in the travel ecosphere. The experience market is massive, and it's continued to grow, and we've seen an 8% growth year over year since 2019. Yes, even pre-COVID, we've seen this huge explosion for people wanting to do experiences while they travel. And this industry is going to be worth over $450 billion by 2030. So if you are not providing those tours to your clients, other people will, other locations will, the hotel, any locations in sight. So grab onto those experiences and stop leaving money on the table, because this is why people are traveling. Every time you hear someone, I'm going to go to Rome, I'm going to go to London, I'm going to go to Disneyland, they're not going to just those locations for those items. There's so many other things in those locations that they can always do. I always love to hear agents say, "Oh, I only book Disney." I'm like, well, no, clients are going to be at that location for another 2 or 3 more days, and they might not just go to Disney. Think about the location you're in, especially like in LA or in Paris or anywhere we have around the world. There's tours in those locations those clients can do. So, again, Viator is one of the world's largest marketplace for travel experiences. We have a catalog of over 300,000 experiences across the world, and truly have unforgettable experiences that can be found in over 2,000 2,500 destinations. I mentioned that number again. In 2,500 destinations. And we're talking about Rome in Italy. We're talking about the Sydney, Australia, Auckland, New Zealand. You go to Chile and you can go to Buenos Aires, or you can go so many locations truly around the world. Just type in a name on our platform and you'll find destinations or tours in that location. And we work with local tour operators that have this high quality activities and more accessibility for you as a travel agent. And we're going to continue to optimize our platform to have better conversion and help you find that right product. And how do we do that specifically? It's really about that supply of experiences that we offer because we have a relationship with our local operators and a catalog again of over 300,000 tours around the world and truly experiences that can be found for everyone, but for both you and your clients, and trust of high quality experiences that are backed over by almost 2 million traveler reviews. So when you see tours with those reviews, you can feel confident about that product you're booking, and also other items like we have our badge of excellence. And with all this together, it means that you'll find an unmatched variety of tours, of experiences and excursions that you can trust by traveling on land or sea for every one of your clients. But no matter what, for your clients, wherever they're going, there is truly something them for to do. And this is overall a huge arching level of our catalog of other tours, our day trips, excursions, food, wine tours, and nightlife, private, custom tours, shore excursions, both air, helicopter, and balloon. Truly, this is one of those things that, again, we have all activities your client wants to do once they get to that location, especially even culture and theme, which is one of our top selling activities, truly allowing your clients to immerse into that culture, just like also food tours and transportation for both hotel to cruise port to airport. All that we can support you and you can earn commission onto that one. Just again, a friendly reminder, you do earn 10% commission on every single tour that you book on our platform. Later, I'm going to talk about some of the tools that help you grow your business, but also know we have a 24-hour customer support team that can help you by chat, email, or phone, and also available in 6 different languages. If you need it in Spanish, Portuguese, German, yes, German, or again, we also have, I already sent some of the major ones. So those are the ones that I know we have operating. I forgot some of the other ones, but again, we can help support in all the top 10 or 5 major languages that people book around the world. But we also have a streamlining booking process that allows you to book in less than 5 minutes with our reserve now pay later, but it also allows you to track our bookings in our system. And again, with travel agents, we also have our Shore Excursion search tool backed by our worry-free Shore Excursion collection that I'm just going to touch base on this webinar today. Again, I want to remind everyone that again, because people always ask, how much commission do I earn on our platform? Again, you earn 10% commission on every single tour that you book on our platform while creating incredible itineraries that your clients will love. So let me talk about some of the tools that you have available for you to maximize your commission, your earnings on every single booking. So first, we're going to have our curated list, or also known as shareable links. And these are tools to transform you from just booking into the modern world to be more efficient curator, to directly impacting your bottom line to create passive income streams. Yes, money while you sleep. And this is going to help you free up some time to increase conversions with personalized and easily upselling clients while they get in destination or just looking on our platform. And again, the best part about these is you can share them anywhere and everywhere through email, text message, social media, also with your clients' bookings when they're in destination. And the best thing is that you can also manage these clients' bookings that I'll highlight later. We do have also our Shore Excursion search tool, and these are for those cruisers that are looking for that lucrative, specific market. That these tools will give you that edge that allows you now to complete directly bookings with with clients on those cruise ships to also maximize your earnings on our platform. Yes, again, we work with booking shore excursion activities for clients on cruise ships, and you still earn that 10% commission. We do also have like our reserve now pay later, and this is a feature that allows you to book tours up front with no payment. So it allows that flexibility for clients that don't have the budget at this time. And that's also for even shore excursions. So now that I've talked just about an overall level of our platform, let's dive in a little bit how you book. So first, there are 2 ways to book and earn commission and crafting dream vacations while on our platform and selling activities. The first way is going to be what we call direct. And this is where you can book over 300,000 tours around the world with all of our experiences and short excursions. And this is, if you haven't bookmarked it yet, please make sure you bookmark travelagents.viator.com. This is Viator's booking landing site for you. So again, if you haven't, it's travelagents.viator.com. Now, the second way to book, which I'm going to be a little bit focusing more on today, is our share with client links, our curated list, and a widget, hopefully, if I have the time, for some of you more tech savvy, how you can start integrating these into your emails. And this is what we call indirect bookings. And again, these are a powerful tool that allows you to earn income while you sleep or working with clients when they were booking just in destination and they can find whatever they want. But just to start with, when you're booking directly with your clients, again, it's always going to be on travelagents.viator.com, as I've mentioned before. But now let's talk about how you can search on our platform. There's so many different ways. So you can always search by country, region, or city. And then you can start searching like attraction, like the Eiffel Tower, or going to the going to oh my God, ah Alcatraz in San Francisco. I don't know why that name sometimes just escapes from my brain. But also, you can search by keyword. So let's say if you want to do like a wine tasting tour and you want to just do in Sonoma Valley, you type in where your client is staying. So it's going to be in San Francisco and then Sonoma. And then our website is going to pull up a list of all tours with just that location matching that request. But next is, if you're not an expert in any location, we have what we call things to do in major destinations. So I'm going to allow this to go through twice to kind of cover over some details. But let's say you're not an expert in, let's say, London. There's so many things to do in London. Not everyone knows what are the things that clients are traveling this location, or what can you upsell or cross sell. So if you type in our search just London, and then you click on what we call things to do, it's going to take you to then a landing page that's going to go over our top 15 attractions. So you can see like Westminster Abbey, Ben Bend, London Eye, but so many other locations maybe you didn't know about, and other valuable destinations, hints, and tips that maybe you just didn't know about that location, like how many products we have, what's kind of money that's in that location, what kind of other value adds that you can help provide to your client when they're in that destination. So truly check these out. They'll help you master selling any location when we have these things to do tab. So after that, when you start reviewing a product, you search on our platform, you're starting to review just individual items. We're going to have a display page that's going to cover the activities, the logistics, the product cancellation, which 85% of Viator's products are fully refundable up to 24 hours prior to the date of travel. And the last thing, just I say as a travel agent, please, please always review additional information. It's a very important section that covers over what is the client looking for, what they need in that destination, like if it's passport information, if there's on any viability for back injuries or not viable for kind of tours, you will always find that in that section, on top of also what is the size of the tour. We have that covered into that location. So now you've completed a booking. No, after Viator on our platform, when you complete a booking, an email will be sent to both you and the client, if you choose, the voucher, which gives your clients access to get the tickets. If you need to manage the bookings or contact our operator, this will all be viewable when you complete a booking on our portal, where then you can start viewing these in our admin portal. So in our admin portal, when you get into this location, it's going to cover, the client's name, travel date, booking reference number, the status of the booking, and then type. I've talked already about both direct and indirect. Direct means that you booked it directly on our platform. Indirect means that you booked it using our share a client link, our curated list, or our widgets. It's also going to again tell you the total of the booking and how much commission you've earned, so you can track these on our side. If you need to either manage these or anything from that, you have our contact number as 888-651-9785. But also now we have a new item that allows you now to request to manage indirect bookings. You do have to have your client's email to go through that process, and I'm going to kind of high level quality walk through that portion. As you send the request, your client will be request to say, yes, you have approval to manage these bookings, and now you can manage these bookings just like a direct booking on our platform. I won't have enough time to really dive in it today. We do have a webinar that covers all this through in our portal to watch later. Again, also know in our managed booking portal, we have so many items that allow you to self-manage your bookings. You can edit the booking to like change date, remove passengers, add passengers. You can cancel if you need to. You can get the voucher for both you and your client, or you can contact our operator so that if you need to make a change or any amendments, all this in our system allows you to be self-managed so you can do it easily on your own so your client hasn't had to do it and you can just do it manually in our system. So now just a quick high-level highlight of our short excursion search tool. We've now made it so that you can search for tours for clients coming off a cruise ship in now less than 5 minutes, making it extremely easy to tap into that cruise ship side and earn commission, especially some of those ships can be 10, 15, 30 days where they can book destinations in each port. No, we have over 50,000 tours around the world at 1,000 different ports that your clients can be booking off these cruise ships in both the Caribbean, their European river cruise, or sailing in the South Pacific. So we have something to offer for all clients and all destinations. Now, just a quick high level of how this short excursion works. So first, on our platform, you're going to enter the cruise line, the ship name, and the sail date. From there, it's going to pull up a full interactive itinerary that's going to match to that port, that tour, that ship that's going to show all destinations. So what tours you can find in Athens, what tours you can find in Greece, or what tours you can find in any other next port. But also inside there, it's going to have an icon that'll say if the ship is at with an anchor, if it's at port, or if a boat that'll show it at sea. Or you can see additional like Split or Mykonos. Would note with that, we're also going to have like proximity alerts. So if the tour is a little bit further away from the city, to make sure you add on that extra time with the information. But this also makes it super easy how you can easily add in pre or post cruising plannings for your clients coming off the cruise ships because we have tours that could pick them up from the cruise ship, take them then to the airport at the end of the tour, or vice versa, what you're looking for. No, we also have filters we have filters that allow you to search by tour category. And then we have our worry-free short excursion that is crucial to give your clients peace of mind while they're on these tours on land, making it so that you can easily upsell them. Now, a lot of people have questions and they're asking, maybe what does this policy cover? Well, first of all, we have over 6,500 products covered by our worry-free short excursion policy. Now, no, we will have a tag on any product that has this included when you start those searches. But what this means is that if the ship is delayed or misses the cruise port, we will give you a full refund on that. But following, as long as your client is no ill fit of them trying to get back to the ship, we will fly your client up to the next port of call up to $1,000 per person. So it makes it really easy. No, we work with reliable operators in these locations so you guys can feel trusted, but we have this policy at no additional charge that's just for you as a travel agent. We don't have this tool available for our consumers. So you as a travel agent have the edge to sell these short excursion tours and earn commission on these. So now that I've talked about how to make direct bookings, how to book directly on our platform and short excursions, let's really dive into how to empower your clients to book on their own while you earn commission. I'm going to talk about direct bookings and indirect bookings with both the share a client link and a curated list. So first, let's talk about the first initial method, how you can earn passive income while sharing experiences with clients through our share with client link and earn some passive income. But let me talk to you about some ways how you can take advantage of these links. So like with this one, a lot of agents are like, where can I go? How can I use these? What locations are these available on? Well, no, our links are HTML based. So you can truly paste them on any social media location, inside business cards with like QR codes. You can turn our links into QR codes like our homepage, and I'll talk about later. You can share these in the Facebook groups or stories or LinkedIn if you have a page, and where you can actually add in like revolving messages that say, hey, book activities here. And if you have one of our promo codes, you can add it into that rotation. But you can also share these in groups. I always love this story where I have an agent actually from Archer Travel who has a group go to Jamaica. And every year when they're working that group, there's about 15 to 20 to sometimes 30 people. And 2 years ago when I heard the story, she had about 25 people who was traveling to Jamaica inside that group on Facebook. And she had links to hotels that the people can choose from. She had links from tours in Jamaica that clients can choose to go on. And every year when she has this group go, she ends up making about $20,000 worth of commission altogether because of this group traveling this location with the flights, the hotels, sometimes cruising, but all that through there, with all that, she makes such a huge sum that just working with that group. But no, you can also add these into digital or print applications. You can also send these through text message, iMessage, WhatsApp, email. And this is great for any kind of those purchases where your client is in destination or on destination traveling. And it's such an easy way to add on. Now, the first question is, where are these found? So our first location is going to be our homepage, which is travelagents.viator.com. And this is great for that evergreen content like business cards or your homepage or on LinkedIn, where it allows your clients really get access to all our products on our platform where, they can search on their own and the best thing is again, it really gives them access to anything with our inventory. The next thing is going to be excursions, destinations, and shore excursion search. And hopefully I'll have time to show that later. So with destination, you can share all destinations in tour or with tours like in Rome or in Sydney or in Las Vegas or in Los Angeles. And all that makes it so that when your clients traveling that destination, they can see every single tour in that destination so they don't get lost, but also know you can do categories. So if you have a client who's looking to do like a romantic Aruba sailing tour, you can just do all sailing tours in Aruba. But then you can do attractions like the Sydney Opera House and products. And those products are great for that personal touch where you just want to say, hey, you were talking about a food tour going up the Eiffel Tower with your family. Well, hey, here's a link to the Eiffel 58 restaurant that you can enjoy while in Paris that you can book for them while you're in destination or see if those attractions are there. Your clients will always enjoy those personal touches when especially you do a product page. But no, any of these links that you share, our whole platform is still open. So regardless of any link you share, the whole website is still going to be open for them to review any products if they wander off of the original link you sent. Again, for all those different type pages that I shared with you, the share a client link is going to be very typically found other than the homepage on the top right hand corner. And when you click on this link, it will create a personalized link that again never expires. So this link that you generate will never expire. But when your clients click on that link, it will now create, yes, a 90-day attribution window. For some of you who've been with us for a while, it used to be 30, but now it's 90 days. The best part about it is when your client clicks on that device and they wander off it and they come back to it within those 90 days, they are still going to be connected to you. Even if they go through Google, they're still going to be tied through to you. And the thing again is you will receive a notification once your client completes a booking and you will receive commission and you'll be able to view it in your portal like I just showed you earlier. So yes, I wanted to have just a slide for this for many agents who are new or haven't been with us for a while or just a little bit understanding of it. So yes, Viator now has a 90-day cookie window. We've had this actually available since the beginning of this month. An email was sent out to it. So now what this does is now it makes it any of our links. Your clients, if they click into it, will now have a 90-day window. So again, if they click into it and they book it and they wait until 90 days from now, you will still earn attribution and you will still earn commission for those bookings, making it so there's less follow-ups, it's greater convenience, and it's more passive income for you. But I still state it's really good to maybe send your client a follow-up link every 30 to 45 days. And why do I say that? Because if you're especially working with a client, that personal touch, they will truly appreciate that you're working with them and you're finding something else that they want to do. So again, now we have now extended our cookie day window from 30 to 90. And this is something that I've heard so many times from agents. Why don't you guys do this? It's because of your demand. We've now made it 90 days. So another thing that I want to surprise you guys with is this is the one thing I hear a lot from travel agents that, hey, I don't want to, work all that much with all the activities. And this actually shows because we see that 85% of travelers actually tend to book tours while in destination, even if they have some tours pre-booked. And our share with client links, our curated list, our widgets, These are tools that are going to help you capture those tours while in destination that you didn't have to work for. So don't allow clients to book tours while in destination. Use our Sharable client link. Use our curated list. Allow bookings to be booked and you to earn commission on that side. But also know, while in-destination activities have become a little bit of a priority for some agents who don't allow that to be booked, we're seeing it kind of a little bit across all audiences. And when people are starting to prioritize their next trip. Now, as a younger person like me, I am a millennial and Gen Z. The number one thing that people are looking for tours while in destination, and that's for the average consumer. I know for travel agents a little bit different, but this is still that thought process and what they're looking for. While the older generation, like Boomer or Generation X, they're looking more for that accommodation first when they're starting to think about travel. But either way, these do switch. So definitely always take advantage of make sure that these clients are booking activities in this location and not leaving money on the table. And this is definitely just one of those thought process that allow you to see how people are booking those destinations. Whether it's accommodation first, in destination tours, transportation, food or restaurants, and entertainment or nightlife. So this is how people think when they're going to be travel and how is it ranked. So now I've talked about direct bookings. Let's move over to now indirect bookings. And let's talk. Now I've talked about share with client link. Let's now talk about the curated list. So the curated list is a really awesome tool that I truly love for when you have clients who just want that standard to go or that customized list that they know a tried and true that they can use and again, because you can share multiple tours for clients when they're going to these destinations, especially setting up for like a wedding party or your clients in 8 days. Let's try to see if we can fit tours in each day. And these are what these curated lists allow you to do. Now, how do you add these tours into a curated list? And hopefully I'll have time to show it. But all you have to do is when you find a tour on our platform, all you have to do is click on a heart, in which you probably have already noticed this. And every experience will have a heart icon over it that will allow you to easily create a new list or add it to a current list on our platform. And then after you added or you created a list on our platform, all you have to do is hit share list with client to start sharing these with them. You can find these on two different locations. You can either go to your name in the top right hand corner and hit curated list, or after you created one, you can just click on that list and it'll take you back to that tour and you'll be copied and prompt to select a preferred language, because no, our platform is available also in 26 different languages with also 23 different currencies. So as many of you have used our curated list, I want to kind of give you some tips and tools on how you can use these to service your clients or yourself in any of these ways and how you can maximize using these curated lists. So first, you can create like a boilerplate, which allows you to prepare some of your top hits or fast-selling tours that you can just use in some of your major top-selling destinations that you know your niche or what you work with. But you can also use these to bookmark your internal favorite personal tours that you can just these are tried and trues you've done yourself, you've shared with your clients that you know that they love. You can share these in those kinds of lists. But you can also look at some of our products like Rising Stars, where you can track how many reviews they have, how many people have been taking the tour, how many people have been talking about these kinds of tours. So you can build a list just for these items. But then you can also just recycle and reuse, as I mentioned earlier, stuff that you've already worked with your clients or stuff that you're going to be looking onto the future. As you can see here, we have different ways of how you can create lists for these clients. But you can also add these into like newsletters or social media where you can generate just lists because these are items that you're talking about, these tried and true ones. And just to make sure that everyone knows, because I get this question quite a few times, how available are Viator products? Well, no, 80% of our products are fully available to book almost last minute. As you can see here, majority of our products you can either book last minute in almost 4 hours to the tour start time or up to the day, depending if the tour comes with hotel pickup or not. If a tour has a designated meeting location, you can actually usually book those anywhere from 2 to 4 hours prior to the tour start time. So it just really makes it easier so you can book any activity for clients while in destination or traveling. So as I've talked with our Curated list or share with client. These are incredible, powerful tools that allow you to easily share multiple experiences at any point in your customer's journey, either whether before or in destination, because these allow you to add on these experiences for your clients every trip. But also allows you again to increase your revenue. That's money while you sleep. That empowers your clients to book on their own with itineraries anywhere and anytime. That saves you time and money. So with that, if you work with 10 clients and you're not able to book activities on all of them, some of them are maybe just more indecisive or just a little more difficult to work with. These tools will help with them that you don't have to work another 2 or 3 hours with them just to book maybe 2 or 3 activities. This will drive that there. But also allow you to gain new clients because you can post these links anywhere to have any new clients where you can do it in social media or a newsletter. And it creates some more wanderlust activities that your clients want to drive into. But again, you can share these last minute for your clients while they're in destination. And again, any booking that you make, you will be notified and then you will still earn the full commission onto that tour. We do not reduce when you use or share with clients. It's the same amount. So just a few last reminders. No, these can be used with social media and itinerary software providers like Travefy. But again, just know the links that you generate never expire. Wherever you place them, they're there forever. But now they last now up to, I forgot to update this one, up to 90 days. So again, our links now, once a client clicks into it, are in 90 days. And even if they leave the website and they come back to it, you are still going to be credited for that sale within those 90 days. And if they click on the original link that you sent to them, it starts a new 90-day window. So now I see that we still have about 15 more minutes, so this is perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop over to our platform so you guys can actually see where these links are found and how they're generated. Because for some of you, maybe you've never been to our platform. But no, Viator has this promo code that we have operating right now. We have now made a display on the top of our page to remind you of this promo code for this week when it's available until the 2nd. That make sure you add it to every single booking at checkout. I'm actually shocked to see that 50% of agents are still booking without using this promo code on our platform. And I think it's because people think that we will reduce your commission. We do not. Viator is different from this industry. We will not take away from your commission when you book on our platform. So if you book $1,000 worth of tours, your client gets it for 900. You still get the $100 worth of commission. So as I mentioned, some locations that you can find or share a client link. So first, you can find it on our homepage, which this again allows clients to have an evergreen search process where they can find any tour on our platform, as you can see here when they copy this link. But then after that, we can start finding other locations. So let's say I have a client who's going to be going to Cancun. So if I just hit search for Cancun, and it'll take me to the target destination of Cancun. If I also want to learn more about things to do in Cancun, I can see it here. But I can also target share just this this destination page. You remember how I also mentioned categories? You can do that too. So let's say I have a client who's going to be wanting to do a tour and sightseeing. They want to maybe do just a private and luxury tour, and they want to see what Viator has just on the private luxury level. So you can actually go into our private and luxury tours and share just this level. So if you want your client to see all the tours we have that's just with private tours, you can share this link here. And it can drill down even further and further into these processes. Because no, again, if you didn't want to do just private, you can also do hop on, hop offs, or any category that you find on our platform that makes it so you can take advantage of this in any kind of figure way. And then we do have these top items on top, which these are bubbles that help narrow down to those quick level items where you can just do private romantic, or you can open it just to romantic, and this will again target share this exact link. Then we can start looking at a specific tour. So let's look at our horseback riding, cenote swim, and Cancun from Playa del Carmen. So on this tour, if you guys have never had a chance to review a product, we're going to name who our operator is, We'll have reviews, what recommendations, and this will help you so you can see how people are reviewing this tour, how you can share just this direct tour with your clients, the pricing, what kind of information, like if it's a 2 hour, if the tour offers with hotel pickup, mobile or paper, or offered in alternate languages. Then a high level quick overview of the product, where pickup locations are, what's to expect. And again, that additional information that I say it's very crucial to read through because as you can see, this has a lot of information that you want to make sure you cover with your client. So this is a way how you can review products on that level and how you can also share it on that individual level. The last thing I want to kind of focus on when it comes to sharing client links is that we now have our new short excursion search tool where you can actually share that individual ship to with your clients for maybe some of you haven't taken advantage of it. So you can just type in, I'm just going to use a cruise ship name, and I'm going to take the Viking on Moon. That's going to be traveling January 26th. So this is an 11-night cruise that I'm going to use for example. So I can go through here and I think that the Viking Immune is going to be in Egypt and they're going to be in multiple locations while there. So they can be on Luxor. Some products, unfortunately, this one seems like we do not have the available times, but we do have tours lined up with every single location. And you can see that we have over 100 products in Aswan alone. Now, if you want to narrow it down just to worry-free shore excursion products, you can see that in Aswan, we do still have 4 products that are covered by this policy, so you can do that. But now, let's say your client, doesn't want to book tours every day. How do I share this? Well, if you look to the top right-hand corner, you're going to see the share a client link here, which will now allow you to target share that ship. So now you don't have to work with your client with every single destination, especially when they're on the ship. They can book any tour with these activities on their own. Now, no, with tours with the short excursion search tool, the tours will either pick up from the ship or within a 15-minute walking distance. Um, Also, again, we'll have our policy. So if the tours that have the worry-free short excursion, it will cover that. So your clients can feel comfortable booking these tours on land. So these are so many different ways that you can look on our platform and take advantage of our share with client links. And these are so many different ways that truly are ways to be inspiration for your clients or inspiration for you to just get more out of your clients. And I do strongly recommend that destinations like Cancun, or I can even hop over to another location, like let's say Auckland. There we go. Where again, if your client is traveling to the locations, you can target share all tours in this destination. Right now, this is still showing shore excursions. So if you have a client that's going to Auckland and maybe they were going there because they want to see Hobbiton, because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, you can now share all tours in this location that they can look to book on their own for more time when they're in this destination. So there's so many things to take advantage of in so many different ways with our share with client link and our curated list. So before I get to Q&A, there's a few other items I just want to cover. So now this is a great area because I'm going to kind of go through it a little bit quickly, but this is going to be talking about some of the top destinations that Viator shows either on the books for next year that are a little upcoming or what we see more of as our bread and butter. And what do I mean by that? So right here is what are the top destinations Viator shows that people book or the top 5 cities for 2026, the first half of the year. So in United States, those locations are like Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and Las Vegas. People are trying to escape kind of those colder weather locations and trying to enjoy. And this is what we show in the first half of the year. Then you have Italy with Rome, Florence, Venice, Sorrento. You have France, UK, and Greece. People trying to go to Athens, Santorini, Mykonos, and Rhodes. So these are so many of those locations which I can't really dive all the way into, and these are definitely great for like photos if you want to review what Viator truly shows that's on the books that people are trying to book in the first half of the year. Next is going to be indirect. And I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips and locations that I'm seeing that people are using our indirect, our share with client link widget that people are booking outside of the top 5. So in the United States, we do see that there's bookings already, people that are looking to book for New Orleans, Orlando, San Francisco, and Washington. And I was actually quite shocked to see how many bookings we already have, how many tours we already have on the books for 2026 with our share with client link. In Italy, I'm showing Milan, Lake Como, Positano, Pompeii, Bologna. But in France, we have Versailles, Bayeux, Marseille, Le Havre, and Bordeaux. My pronunciation with French is not as good. But then we go over to UK and we have London, Edinburgh, Glasgow, and Belfast. And then we go over to Mexico where we have Los Cabos, Cozumel, Puerto Vallarta, and Casamaya. And these are some of those locations that people are using our share our client links to get bookings in these destinations. And these are you as people or travel agents that I'm pulling this information from. Some other also upcoming destinations that I'm showing on our books for people using our indirect or share client link. Again, I'm just gonna call them indirect to make it a little bit easier. But I'm showing like Auckland, Edinburgh, Cape Town, South Africa, Buenos Aires, Phuket, Thailand, Dubai, Singapore, Madrid, Tomos, and this is in for some of you maybe don't know, this is in Norway, and La Fortuna in Costa Rica. So these are just locations that I'm starting to see buzz for that people are looking to travel to in 2026 that people are strongly using their share client link. And just a quick highlight touch, we also have some cruise ports that are these top selling locations. And I know some of these locations are kind of the common ones, but these are also some things that are just for cruise port clients booking on our platform. And we have Naples, Livorno, Las Sabes, Messina. And then in the United States, it's kind of those big tried and trues like Juneau, Ketchikan, Oahu, and Hawaii. But continuing on to Greece, France, and Turkey, where you have like Kusadasi, Istanbul, and Bodrum. So these are so many of those locations that when you want to watch this later, and you want to learn more like what are people booking, where are people traveling, what does Viator truly see on the books, this is where it's going to help you. So if you want to expand or learn some other location that maybe you haven't booked before, or why are people traveling those locations, what are they looking to do while in these locations, this information will help you. Last, before we almost get closed out, I want to remind everyone about our promo code. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already heard about it, but I want to remind you it's Q4 Archer Week. It's available till the 2nd. They must be booked on Viator or through our Share a Client link. No, the travel date does not matter. It just has to get booked before the 2nd at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. It is unlimited use. We do not reduce your commission. You can use it multiple ways on our platform. And again, just in case if the code does not work, just make sure you refresh your cookies or clear your cookies or go into incognito mode and use it there. And then no, our share with client link will not work on the consumer site. So if your client is not activating your curated list or your share with client link, it will not work. They have to activate your link to get that 10% discount. I know I didn't cover strongly in depth about our Shore Excursion tours, and what our Shore Excursion is for some of you who maybe are more curious about it. We will have a webinar December 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be recorded, so if you want to sign up for this one today, just to go to this one to learn more about how you can sell shore excursions, I definitely suggest you. We're right now in peak cruising season. So for you who are starting to work for your cruising clients, and if you don't know about our shore excursion tour and you want to maximize your earnings, this webinar is for you. Because I didn't really get to dive deep into it. And in that webinar, we're going to show all the information, how to use it, how to take advantage of it, and more information about that then. We do have a resource center for your success to help you with how to book on our tours, downloadable content, on-demand webinars, contact information. There's so many things here that truly will help you expand your business. And again, thank you and thank you, thank you, thank you, Archer Travel for having us for Archer Week. Thank you so much, agents, for taking time out of your busy schedules. Especially, I know that some of you are really busy. We're probably starting to cook for tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So I want to thank you for all your time taking out of your busy schedules to learn about Viator and how to expand your business. And if you have, or if you're not registered, I have another QR code on the top of the screen and some of our standard contact information so that you can take advantage of our share with client link, our indirect bookings to again maximize your commission. So now I'm here for the Q&A, Amanda. I would love to go through some of agents' questions that maybe I didn't get answered in this concentrated webinar.
Perfect. Does the link still expire?
So again, the link that you generate from our platform never expires. Wherever you put it, it's there forever. Now, there is what we call an attribution window when your clients click on the link that it's 90 days. But no, if they ever click the link that you sent them, it starts a new 90-day window. It used to be 30, but now it's 90 days. And the best thing is if they leave the website and they go through just Viator.com on that device, they're still going to be connected to you. You're still going to earn that commission. I love that we now made it 90 days, extending that window and extending that convenience.
Perfect. This one is sort of long, so just give me a second to get through it. Thank you, Bryan, for taking the time to share this information. I actually booked experiences for a client in London, and they were not able to get the link. I fortunately could access it and screenshot it and send it to them. Who would I contact in the future to make sure there are no issues? I have a client in Paris who did not receive their Viator email either.
Um, there's a multi-level item to that one. So this sounds like a few things happened, and definitely emailing me would probably be one of the best ways to kind of get a full painted picture of what happened. I would strongly recommend reach out to one of your leadership teams, and then they will be able to reach out to me directly with your information. Then I can follow up from the story from there. Jose, Amanda, reach out to one of them, and they'll then be able to forward the information to me.
Yes, that is correct. You can always email us at Archer Travel, and then we can escalate it to Bryan if need be, or if we're able to help you ourselves, then we'll help you ourselves. In this situation, we would send it off to Bryan. And then also they said they did have the client make sure it wasn't in their spam or junk folder, and we made sure I didn't make a mistake in the email. I am also not able to see bookings without having the booking reference number. It doesn't bring them up, or am I going to the right area?
Again, I'm not 100%, but I strongly think that when you're making bookings, you're maybe making bookings through the share with client link, and then you're continuing to look at bookings on Viator.com, which is our consumer site, not on travelagents.viator.com. For you as a travel agent, all bookings that you make for yourself, as direct as I mentioned earlier, need to be on travelagents.viator.com, and that's also where you can manage all those bookings. I would think that's kind of the item, and definitely reach out to me by email, try and get more of a better understanding. We can try to work through on what happened.
Perfect. Yeah, like you said, feel free to email Jose or I or Evo Customer Care at archertravel.com, and we can get that sent off to Bryan. Any issues that you're having, or if you have any in the future. Okay.
Amazing question.
Yeah, next question is, Bryan, I listened to you the other day, and you mentioned that we could book experiences for our clients for the future and do the pay later options. But if they need to change the dates, they could. How do you do that? Do we need to call, or is it possible to do this on the portal?
So as long as you have a booking in our admin portal, I'm not logged into an account that I have an example, but if you go into your account on the top right hand side and you hit manage bookings, both direct and indirect bookings, but more direct bookings, you can instantly make a manage. So in your portal, you would search either by booking reference number or travel date here. And again, the date range is set by travel date. You'll pull up that booking, and then there'll be a manage booking item where you can change dates, you can cancel, edit, amend everything in our admin portal here. And again, I'm sorry, I went through the steps a little bit quickly, but you would click on your name on the top right hand corner, you would hit manage account, which then you would take you to our booking portal. It would then take you to manage bookings, where you can search either by booking reference number or date range, which is travel date. From there, you would be able to make any of those amendments on our platform. You do not have to call our customer support team. The only way that you could not make any amendments, it's a non-refundable tour. But from my understanding, 100% of all our products that are on a reserve now, pay later, do not have that ruling.
Okay, perfect. And I want to know that I just check the bookings and make sure you can change them, but I was easily able to do that when I booked with Viator. I wanted to reserve something, but they didn't have it all the way out to the date, but I wanted to make sure we got the tour, so I booked it, and then closer to the date I checked it again and just changed the date. So it was really easy to do. I don't see any other questions, and that's perfect. I mean, perfect timing and whatnot as well. I will look out for your email and forward it to Bryan. You noted that in chat. I'm just letting you know I saw that. And also, Bryan, you got a lot of thank yous in chat, of course, and that people love Viator. Someone also noted I had clients book on their own for NYC through the share client link for Christmas on Broadway and the Rockettes, and it was just a wonderful, easy commission. So,
Love that.
Yeah.
One quick thing, just because now I finally was able to log in on another side, how you can make a management of bookings. I want to do that, hopefully. So again, I'm just going to open up my date range finder to find tours all the way till May that I have on our platform. Let's see real quick. Make sure. Sorry for cutting in onto you. Let's see why it's not working. There we go. Why can't I find these bookings? There we go. Sorry about that.
Nice.
So we have these bookings here. These are just test bookings. But this is where, when you make a booking learn platform, how you can manage these bookings. So for you, if you have access to the booking, you can click Manage Booking on the top right-hand corner. From there, it's going to give you access to our Manage Booking tab, where you can either pay now. So if you have it on Reserve Now, Pay Later, you can either charge it to the card, change the card, or edit the reservation as you're asking to then change dates. As you can see, you just go onto our platform, select the date here. No, some edits could have with additional charge. It will let you know. But I can easily just amend this booking here by hitting change date to now July 8th. It's really that easy, especially with bookings that are reserved now, pay later, are live. There's so many different ways. But again, no, you can edit the reservation, contact the operator. So that's why I wanted to dive into that one real quick. Amanda, thank you so much for allowing me to do that. But then also, since I do see we have a little bit more extra time, you can see that this booking is an indirect booking, and it has actually now access to manage these. While the other one is a set to request. So all you would have to do when you want to manage indirect bookings, which we do have to make it so you put your client's email because you're now getting access to credit cards, you do have to put in the request by using their email, and then they are notified. After they say yes, you can then manage these bookings just like a normal booking that is now as a direct. So that's how this one is really easy. We've made that process really a 1-2 step, and also know that your client on the consumer side can make that request too. You don't actually have to do it. They can do that for you. They can approve you to have access at any time. So thank you, Amanda, for allowing me to intercut on that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. And thank you, Bryan, for such a wonderful presentation and deep diving. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, happy Friendsgiving, whatever you celebrate. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. The offices are closed Thursday and Friday, and we'll be back Monday. But thank you again, Bryan, for joining us today. It was absolutely wonderful. And also stay tuned. We will be posting more Viator throughout the week, even though we are off. So stay tuned for those posts. And also don't forget to use that 10% off code and book last minute things, staycations for your families and friends, or maybe even this weekend for you and your family or friends together. You can go do something fun. So, it's always an opportunity to sell and gain some full commission on that 10% off code too. So, Bryan, do you have anything else you want to add before we close out?
No, thank you again so much for the time. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar or watching this webinar. The people are going to watch this later. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules. I hope that truly I've been able to help you maximize your business for 2026, because right now is definitely that time. Is take a little bit for these next month where it's a little bit slower to think about, how do I make my business better next year? I would say write down 3 things. What are something that you're strong in this year that you feel like maybe I can capitalize on more? What is something that I'm weak in that I don't understand that I can truly find out where to grow? Like, how about social media? Or, what is something that one thing I'm missing this year with my clients to grow on? And then something in the middle, what can I do for fun to make my business better and happier? Because you guys want to control your own business, but you also want to make sure you're having fun. So make sure you plan those 3 things for next year for 2026. And again, thank you so much for attending our webinar today. And thank you so much, Archer Travel.